when you have a change in your life and maybe the reason you're learning a language it's not relevant anymore. It started to become a little bit of a burden. Hi and welcome or welcome back to my channel. Here we're talking language learning, slow productivity tips for people who are busy, multi-passionate, multi-potentialed, and who get bored very easily, just like me. So welcome to this new video on today's topic. Today we will discuss something that I don't see often in the language learning community. I love to watch a lot of motivation videos, and so many people really love to share valuable tips, and I love to watch those videos, but we're not talking so much about giving up learning new languages. We're talking it more in a perspective like, oh, what went wrong, why I gave up, why I came back. And I found limited video or limited content on why I gave up a language and why you should. Or I don't really find video that explain why it's okay to sometimes give up the language that you're learning. And I would like to touch on that because I myself have gave up languages for different reasons, whether it was for technical reason, time management, we all know that we can always find time, but let's say with priorities, and sometimes because basically my life changed. And when you have a change in your life and maybe the reason you're learning a language it's not relevant anymore, it's okay to stop learning the language. So if I touch a little bit on the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I recently gave up learning Dutch. It was a very difficult decision, I'm not gonna lie. I've been living in the Netherlands for over 6 years now, and even if I've lived here for 6 years, I've never really took the time to learn the language for at least 5 years. So a year and a half ago, more or less, I decided, okay, this time I'm gonna learn Dutch. I started taking classes. There were classes provided for free by the city, and I committed myself, like nobody, I committed not to somebody to do something, I committed to myself. Hey, you're gonna do the Dutch classes and you're on it. So I announced it to the world, aka my friends, my family, and I was really motivated. So I did a first course that was for around 7 months, I think twice a week, and I had to go in location, so it was in person. And although I was traveling a lot, so I missed quite some classes, I did it. I went from the start till the end. After that came the second round. I felt, okay, I am no near to something that is interesting. I know I can self-study, but I don't know why. I was thinking it's just with Dutch, it's not going to work that way. And I was like, okay, fine. I can do another course also. So I went on again, and this time I'm gonna commit and finish it like the first one. The thing that started was that this time I got lazy. This time I already knew what was the language about. I already had the novelty, and it was still interesting to discover new part of the Dutch language. And I started to be able to talk to some of my colleagues in Dutch, basic Dutch, but yeah, I was able to form sentences. It started to become a little bit of a burden. And I always tell people, I love learning languages. This is so interesting for me. But then I realized I love learning languages that I want to learn and that I have an interest into learning. And that didn't resonate well with Dutch. So I had this thought of, okay, it's starting to become something that I'm dreading. Okay, maybe I'm over exaggerating. It became something that I was not enjoying as much. That did not bring me the joy, the spark. And a few weeks ago, I saw a video. And oh, we have sun. Very weird food. So, a few weeks ago, I saw a video that really transformed my view on language learning. I will try to find the link, but I can't remember right now the name of the guy. And he explained that you cannot learn a language if you don't have the affection for it. And he gave this example of someone that wanted to learn a language from a population that traumatized his own population. So he had something against that language. And he was telling this person, you cannot do that because you will not learn well. And to some extent, I get that point because with Dutch, I tried really hard to learn it. But every time I was like, oh, I just don't know why I'm learning it. I had no purpose. Like I just live in the country. That's why I'm thinking, okay, it's great. I should learn it. It comes from I should, as someone that love language learning. Like I'm that person. That's my identity. I love to learn languages. Why I'm not learning Dutch? And after giving it a lot of thought, I realized I'm not gonna progress really in Dutch if I don't have a motivation, in internal motivation. Being in the country, it was not the internal motivation. I don't see myself establishing in the Netherlands, so that's why in my head it doesn't make sense. And I don't have any specific things that I'm like, wow, it's amazing. I want to do it in Dutch. I've started watching shows in Dutch. Welcome to the Tatas. Or the Real Housewife in Amsterdam, the Real Housewife of Amsterdam. But yeah, other than those two shows, but it's not like I'm crazy about it. I literally don't consume Dutch content. I've tried some podcasts, but every time it's coming back, would I learn Dutch just for fun? No. I could learn Portuguese just for fun. I'm learning Korean just for fun. I've learned other languages for different interests. But why Dutch didn't work? So after that, I also took the decision that I'm gonna work on some certification at work and some other things that Dutch is taking 3 hours twice a week plus commuting time. And on top of that, I have to do housework, house homework. And this in total takes me, let's say, 7, 8 hours. Let's just be nice about it. If I combine it, it doesn't mean I'm learning Dutch for 8 hours, but it takes 8 hours of my own time. And I think I can reinvest that hours better, doing something that I really enjoy, something I really like. So this is when I took the decision to give up Dutch. Does it mean I will never learn it again? I don't think so. I don't think it means that once you give up, it means it's not made for you. It's not the right time for me. I don't have the right motivation. I don't have the right reason. So then it does not allow me to progress. I think if you like a language and then you're really enthusiastic about it, you're more likely to progress. And in my case, it's not the case. I'm just struggling, and I think I want to progress, but I just want to progress from a language learner perspective, not from someone that want to learn Dutch. I think in the language learning community, I would love to see more people that are really promoting this idea that it's okay to give up. Obviously, I'm sure there is a creator there also, a language learner, they're also sharing this, but I myself have not been recommended a video like, yeah, I give up and it's okay, or why you should give up, or why you should. I think sometimes you should give up if you see that it doesn't serve you. It can serve you later. I'm not saying, oh, the first moment you're tired, just give up. I'm saying if you've been doing something for so long, you're doing the right way, and you don't see the result, maybe you don't want to have the progress, or because you don't have any affection for the goal or for the language, you are like, yeah, doesn't matter really. My brain does not retain the information. I think it's okay to give up, willingly giving up, not because, okay, things happen or I'm really bad at it, which with Dutch, I'm not sure. I think I'm okay, but yeah, might not help. But yeah, I hope today's video was helpful. I wanted to share my opinion on that, my thoughts, and also I wanted to know if you have experienced it already. As a language learner, often we learn multiple languages through our life. I'm a French speaker, so I've learned English, I've learned Spanish, I've learned Japanese, I've learned Bulgarian for some time. I've now learned Dutch. I have different experience with each languages, and I think that's the fun part. But once you don't have the fun anymore, I just don't want to do it, especially when I don't have any motivation or restriction or requirement to do. But yeah, I hope that you will also share your experience with me. You can DM me, but also share it in the comment section. And I will see you on the next video. Ciao. Oh, side note, I wanted to say that I want to release one language learning video per week and one video that is a little bit more freestyle, usually slow productivity. It can also be on creativity, but yeah, I want a main focus on language learning and then a secondary focus on productivity and creativity. So I hope you like it.